And new this morning, we've all heard that April showers bring May flowers, but if you're a gardener, those flowers, well, they won't come out without some preparation in the weeks before.
7 to 4's Brett Kast is live outside of Pine Hill Nursery in Traverse City, and he shows us how and when you can get your garden ready. Brett, is it too early to start yet?
Hey, good Tuesday morning to both of you, Melissa and Tom. Yeah, we're out here in front of Pine Hill Nursery in Traverse City, and it's really not, like you said, it's not too early to start thinking ahead of what you want in your garden. In fact, it is the perfect time to start planning and figuring out what you want to see in your garden this year.
Some of these things you can plant now.
It's
like
that time of year
the horseradish and the asparagus.
for Pine Hill Nursery's Traverse City location to open for the season.
When we think about the first days of spring, most of us can't wait to get out into the garden and start working.
Owner Janine Rupert opened up Pine Hill Nursery in 1978 with her brother Ralph, so it's safe to say she has quite the passion for gardening.
I think it's in our nature, and once you start gardening, if you've never done it before, something wakes up in your spirit, I think.
While Rupert says now is the time to start planning for your garden, she also advises not to go full steam ahead just yet.
First thing that I like to tell people to start with is not work your soil too soon, because with the moisture in the soil left over from melting snow and early spring rains, if you work that soil while it's too wet, you compress a lot of the air out of it and it becomes very compacted, and it's harmful to the roots of plants.
And if you're not sure how soon is too soon, Rupert has a simple test.
Just walk out into the garden, grab a handful of soil, squeeze it into a ball in your hand, and then just touch it lightly. If it stays together, it's too wet, you need to wait a few more days, let it dry out. If it breaks apart into a nice crumble, then you're okay to start.
And for beginners looking to start a vegetable garden, Rupert says it's not as intimidating as it may seem.
I'd like to tell people that you just start out small, think about what you eat the most, and then just try growing those.
And whether it's filled with vegetables or flowers, Rupert believes a garden has plenty of benefits, but nothing compares to eating what you grow.
There's nothing that beats the feeling of going out into the garden on a warm summer day and picking that tomato, that first ripe tomato, and just eating it right out there in the yard. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, Rupert also said if you have an existing garden, it's best to kind of, trim that up and make it start to look pretty nice. And also it's perfect time to put some organic matter and stuff in the soil, because the soil, as she said, is the most important part of a healthy garden. Reporting in Traverse City, Brett Kast, 7 to 4 News.